Now, when it comes to selecting a new tenant for your rental property, you need to gather as much verified information as possible to make sure you choose the right tenant to move in. Choosing the wrong tenant for your property opens you up to increased risks and can result in missed payments, property damage, or even an eviction. The most effective way to verify the quality of your shortlisted tenants is by running a tenant screening report. So, what is a tenant screening report? Let's find out. A tenant screening report verifies all the information you should have gathered up to that point, such as identity, income, rental history, and it gives you detailed data on credit and criminal background, and evictions from a trustworthy third party. The report tells you whether the applicant is financially stable, meets your minimum income requirements, and what their previous rental history actually looks like. It gives you the data you need to make an informed decision so you can select the best tenant and reduce potential risks to your property and your rental business. When it comes to selecting the best tenant, you need to know what you're looking for, and this means understanding what information you can ask for and use, and what information you just can't ask for. The main aspects is to focus on when assessing a tenant include, identity verification, credit report, rental and eviction history, employment and income verification, and of course, criminal background. So before screening and selecting a tenant, make sure you are familiar with the fair housing laws on a federal and a state level, as these restrict what information can actually be used when screening a tenant. Now, running a tenant screening report can be a really complex process, but the good news is that you can dramatically simplify it by using software like Landlord Studio. Simply create your free account and enter your property details, tenant information, and hit Run Screening Report. The tenant will receive an email asking them to complete the report and pay the application fee online. Now, once they've filled out the details, the report will be made available to you in as little as 30 minutes. Simply open up the app and you can access it right there on your dashboard. Now, with Landlord Studio, you get a full TransUnion Smart Move report, which has the following sections. The first, resident score. This is a proprietary score designed by TransUnion and factors in payment history, credit utilization, credit history, credit availability, and inquiries, making it a more effective tool than the traditional credit score to predict the risk. Next, criminal background check. Now, the criminal background check aims to help landlords avoid renting to individuals that may pose a risk, such as those with history of property damage or other concerning behaviors. However, landlords must be aware of the federal and state laws that prevent discrimination based on criminal records. Next, the credit report. This includes a social security number verification, credit history, and previous employment data. Now, by examining the credit report data, landlords can gauge the applicant's financial stability, and so applicants with higher credit scores are generally more financially secure. Next, the eviction report. Now, you can review this and it will tell you the reliability of a potential tenant and the concerns about their behavior as tenants. Next, income insights. This verifies a prospective tenant's self-reported income to ensure they have adequate income to afford the rent amount. Normally, at least 3 times the rent amount is recommended. Now, payment history. Reviewing an applicant's payment history can help landlords determine their reliability, making timely rent payments as well. Now, before finalizing a tenant, make sure you double check the tenant's references before offering them a tenancy in your property. There are numerous tenant screening services on the market, but when it comes to selecting the right one for you, there are a few things to look for. The report needs to be comprehensive. This means it should cover all the details outlined above, and it should come from a trustworthy data source, such as TransUnion or Equifax. Additionally, it should be easy to use. This is one of the reasons why looking at software like Landlord Studio is so appealing to many landlords. It simplifies the entire tenant selection process, from listing your property to collecting rent online, and it makes running a screening report as fast and easily as possible. Now, you should also ensure that the screening report that you use and the steps you take when selecting your tenant comply with the Fair Credit Reporting Act as well, and other relevant regulations. And of course, you should be looking for transparent and competitive pricing. Now, leveraging property management software like Landlord Studio to run your screening report can make your life just a whole lot easier for you. Landlord Studio, though, is much more than just a tenant screening service. It's an end-to-end software solution for landlords, so you can create rental listings, you can syndicate them out to major rental portals with just one click, collect leads, applications, screen tenants, plus track leases, collect rent online, manage maintenance requests, and of course, use our award-winning accounting tools to stay on top of your finances, making tax time easy as well. So save time, reduce vacancies, and increase your ROI all for free. Find out more and create your free account today at landlordstudio.com. The link's in the description. Now that's everything you need to know about tenant screening reports, so you can select the best tenant every single time. Next up, check out the ultimate guide to pre-screening tenants, another super important stage of finding great tenants, or our 6-step method to writing the best listing to attract great tenants. Until then, happy renting.